Okay, here we have another example of a rook pawn that is unable to successfully queen. This is actually similar to the video we've seen in number 74, the second method of a stalemate, in which the inferior side is preventing the king from moving because the pawn is advancing all the way to the 7th rank, and then the inferior king is positioning itself on either on any of those squares, preventing the superior side's king from moving its king away from the rook file and to try to queen. So at this point, it's a draw because black has nowhere to go. At this point, white could actually be either on f1 or on f2. Okay, any of those is fine, because as long as black cannot move into g1, at this point black needs to move into either into g1 or g2. And so if white can prevent black from moving into g1 or g2 by being on either f1 or f2, then it's going to be a draw. So so this is the situation here. So the reason why it works out this way is because at this point black is forced to move the pawn, otherwise it'll be gobbled up. So that's the key why it's going to be a draw. Even though you see on the previous video white was on the back rank. So on the back rank it's easier for the inferior side to prevent a rook pawn from queening. Here white is actually coming from the center, so it's a little more difficult, but in this particular scenario, since black's king is not protecting the pawn just yet, black is forced to advance the pawn, but the problem here is that white is cutting off any escape route from black's king, and so now it's going to be a draw.